Man, oh man, oh man, don't you love it when you have one of those aha moments? Hey everybody, how you doing? Dash and Dave here again. I question how effective the Top Dasher program is, therefore, in getting the low and no tip offers delivered at least during the first 3 weeks of any given month. And with this plethora of videos that are claiming they've cracked the code and the algorithm and all this woo-woo about how Top Dasher is just the cat's meow, the bread and the butter, y'all need to be doing it. It works. Here, I'm showing you the proof. They're not showing you anything. And right behind that following is, how many people are out there trying this? They see the videos, they see the so-called data, and they go, hey, let's give it a try. So it'd be real interesting to see the data. I bet you there's a little spike in certain markets where more low-tip and no-tip orders are being delivered. Then they find out that it really isn't the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow like they were led to believe, and then it's going to drop down as they jump back into their status quo strategy, whatever that was before. Love to see the data on this. Studio Daveed going to jump in here with just a quick clarification. If the Top Dasher program, as being promoted in quite a few of these videos recently, works as they say it does, and remember this has all been taking place in the first couple weeks of September when Top Dashers are usually cherry picking before the last week grind to get back up to 70%. Let's just say that what these videos are promoting and Doordash is seeing the results of the low tip and the no tip orders being delivered, pretty soon Doordash would probably implement a weekly minimum 70% acceptance rating in order to get all the low tip and the no tip orders delivered during the first 3 weeks, where right now they're kind of left on the wayside. Do you follow me there? Not so fast, Tony says. I got another idea. Hey guys, he says, roll out that priority access to higher paying orders pilot program in more markets. Flood the market. Let's get these low tip and no tip orders delivered all the weeks of the month. Abso-freaking-lutely beautiful strategy, Tony. I love it, I love it, I love it. I have no doubt Tony has people monitoring social media and probably some of the big players here on YouTube. As you know, if you follow me on my videos, this priority access program was just rolled out in my market, due to start on October 5th. And watching Pedro down in St. Louis, it's in his market. As I mentioned in my video about this program, just totally stuns me that it's been rolled out in my market, because I've always felt that we've had a pretty tight market, supply and demand ratio, and we've never been a part of any pilot program. So it just really kind of struck me as really odd as to why this program was rolled out in my market. And Pedro kind of made the same kind of comments in St. Louis down there, that it's in his market, scheduled to start on the 5th of October. Why? This action by Tony and Doordash is a direct result of all the woo-woo videos earlier in the month of September, where these people were claiming they found an algorithm hidden within the algorithm, yada yada yada. We've all seen all the bullshit videos on it. Well, this all occurred in the first few weeks of September, when the Top Dashers are normally cherry picking before what they now call Hell Week and the last week grind to get back up to 70%. Do you follow me here? More low and no tip orders were being delivered during the first 3 weeks of September, probably than any other given time in Doordash history. Tony liked what he see. This priority access to higher paying jobs pilot program had already been in some markets, and as we've seen in the case of Mr. Moore out in Utah, he had some pretty long delivery distance times and mileage, and the priority access to the higher paying orders, along with Top Dasher, yada yada yada, with no woo-woo, it's all up front. Mr. Moore has reported that it is working for him at times in his market. The program was rolled out in select markets and that probably were a little bit tougher and maybe had some higher percentage of orders not being delivered because they didn't meet certain mileage metrics and so on and so forth. And in the case of Mr. Moore's market out there in Utah, I believe the program rolled out there 2 or 3 months ago, and I believe it's still active out there, so it must have some success behind it. Then early September 2022, one specific YouTuber comes up with this woo-woo about how he's found an algorithm within the algorithm, and basically the whole thing is based on your acceptance rating, contrary to everything that Doordash has stated in their policy, and that is the higher acceptance rating you have, the better order offers you get in general. They even had it broke down to 100% acceptance rating guy was getting better offers than a 96% acceptance rating guy. Pure woo-woo. But as these videos went viral, as they say, and a lot of people were buying into it, literally, in some cases, I have no doubt that in a great many markets there was enough people trying this crap out, and Tony saw the results. More low tip and no tip orders were being delivered in order for these people to maintain a super high acceptance rating, which they falsely believe gave them access to higher paying orders. With the clarification that if they were in a market that had this pilot program in there, it was happening naturally. They didn't have to do anything other than, pick and choose jobs. So Tony saw the results of this woo-woo experiment, and he liked it. You know what he did? He made it reality with this already existing program. Oh man, Tony, brilliant move. So as we see here in the FAQ about this priority access program, what happens if I don't want to reset my acceptance rate? If you do not opt in to reset your acceptance rate, your priority access will be determined on your existing acceptance rate along with your customer rating. Dashers with a 70% acceptance rate or higher will get the most priority, followed by dashers with an acceptance rate of at least 50%. Dashers below 50% will not receive priority access to high-paying orders. Those dashers will still see some offers for high-paying orders, but dashers with higher acceptance rates will receive priority access to these orders. So under this program, yes, there are 3 tiers of priority access to what they consider high-paying orders, which is generally $2 a mile minimum. I talked with fellow dasher Barry in my market yesterday, and he's a top dasher. He has a regular job. He's a single father, yada yada yada. He just does. He dashes really sporadically. He can't set a schedule, so he maintains 70% acceptance rating in order to be top dasher, so he can dash anytime he wants for extra money and so on and so forth. So he did not receive this reset email, because he was already well over 50% acceptance rating. I was at 23%. That's why I got the email and the offer to opt in to this reset of your rating. So with this pilot program in our market now, Barry automatically is launched into Tier 1, the highest level of getting the first choices of the good orders, if you will, because he is above 70% just naturally. So effectively in my market, with the launch of this program, the woo-woo has become reality with 3 separate tiers of priority access to these quote high-paying orders. The earlier claims from this one YouTuber that it could come down to as little as 4 percentage points between 100 and 96, that's still woo-woo. That doesn't apply. That's just bunk. But yeah, great chess move on Tony and Doordash's part, as this is a direct cause and effect of those woo-woo videos. And I don't fault Tony or Doordash for wanting to get every order delivered. Hell no, that's how they make money. I get it. So yeah, direct cause and effect from the woo-woo videos. Some of it's become reality for some of us in some markets. I'd be real interested to know how many more markets this got rolled out, because like I said before, it being in my market's a total shock. And maybe they're looking at our no delivery percentages and want to bring that down. I get that. So I'm going to do it. I've done the reset. October 5th, we'll start doing some tests, and we'll start figuring out if this works or not. And like I said, right now, I've got this new vehicle that's going to get much better gas mileage than Speedwagon. We'll put it to the test in my market and see how it rolls. Alright guys and gals, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you can take something from this video and put it to use for yourself. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and hope to see you next time.